Hello everybody. I'm making this video in case anybody else in my position might be wondering who the fuck is Guideline Healthcare. So, yeah. I applied for a position on Indeed because I was interested in whether or not they could bill for the specific licenses that I have. I have an LAC, and I'm working on my LPC as an LPCC. Now, that's in the state of Colorado. Thing about that is, different states have different ways of saying licensed professional counselor, the generalist one, like LMHC or LPCC or LPC. And this this job listing that I saw, it was a little bit different. And I just wanted to know if they could bill for my sort of licensing, which I can bill for directly to insurances, right? With my just my LAC license. My other one, I have to, you know, get the full-fledged generalist license in order to bill under that. And a lot of companies don't want to work with that. I've applied to a few places, and just as part of the screening process on their website, they don't want to deal with state-specific licenses that other states don't have. They want to work with the generalist mental health counselor, the LPC, the LMHC, whatever your state says, and they want to work with LCSWs, right? That is the context here. I apply to this job, right? And here we go. It's remote therapist or counselor telehealth, right? From Guideline Healthcare, and it says up to $135,000 a year, full-time, part-time contract. Apply now, right? And the details, it's got that attractive up to $135,000 a year right there, full-time, part-time contract, and then 100% remote work, high volume of client referrals, zero administrative work, 5 to 40 hours per week. You decide your schedule. Perform your work anywhere that has a reliable internet connection, right? All looks good, right? And here's the license that they're asking for. In particular, I was wondering about this one right here, the LPCC, because in my state, LPCC is basically you're working on your LPC. You know, it's like apprentice level therapist, right? But in other states, they say LCPC, LMHC. Just depends on the wording of the state's license, right? LCSWs and LICSWs, they have it a little bit easier. It's more standardized across the nation. Anyways, I wanted to know if they could bill for me. That's all I wanted to know. I really wasn't wanting the job per se. I just wanted to know, right? So, I applied for the job, and they called me back this morning, and I just had some questions for them. And it turns out they are just a staffing company that is recruiting for BetterHelp. BetterHelp. Okay. Yeah, if I wanted to work for BetterHelp, I'd apply to BetterHelp, for one. This is a very shady practice that BetterHelp is doing now, hiding their recruiting underneath a shell company of Guideline Healthcare, which, by the way, I look at their website, they're supposedly out of Boulder, Colorado, right? Just down the road from me. I've never heard of this place before. That's why I was inquiring. I was like, who the hell are these people? Right? Never heard of them before. Their headquarters is just down the road from me. The call that I got was from Georgia. And when I was surprised about how they were BetterHelp, which I actually had gone through the screening process before years ago, and it showed that with my main license, I cannot work for them. I asked them, like, do you guys understand the difference between LPCC in different states? How in some states it's like the It's the starter license while you're working on your LPC. And she did not know this. It's just a recruiting company, a shell company that BetterHelp is hiding behind. And when I said, that's a lot more money that they're saying in the Indeed post than people could make using BetterHelp. And she says, oh, well, BetterHelp has changed recently. Really? Really? BetterHelp's changed recently? So she said that, people make about 35 to 70 per hour, and depending on volume, you could actually get up to 135,000 a year. So if I did 70 per hour times, let's say 40 client-facing hours, that would be 2,800 a week times 52 weeks a year, saying that you never took a vacation, that would be about 145,000. Maybe they're taking 4 weeks off, so they're doing 48 weeks. That seems about how they came to the conclusion that you could make 135,000 a year working for BetterHelp. Number one, you are never going to make all of your clients be $70 an hour with BetterHelp. Just go ahead and Google how much people get paid out for BetterHelp for the time that they put in, and you're better off working at McDonald's flipping burgers and frying fries. Nothing wrong with that. Nowadays, people get by with that, but I didn't go to school for that. That level of pay, not good. The amount of pay. Just Google all the testimonials versus what they're saying, right? So look at how much BetterHelp says the clients are going to pay, like what they're telling clients. Oh, we bring the cost down to $20 or $40 out of pocket for you, right? And I'm betting they're trying to get all of their people who are uninsured in with some type of insurance or whatnot, and they have probably, on the back end some case management going on there to try to get people to sign up for insurances so that they can bill for more. But what they're telling the clients up front is, we make it affordable, out of pocket. You don't have to work with insurances. They take a cut of what they're collecting from the client. If the client's only paying $20 to $40 fucking dollars, then you're getting, that much money minus BetterHelp's cut out of it. That's it. The BetterHelp is the horrible McDonald's of therapy. It is taking the practice of therapy and watering it down with their practices, and it's taking the pay that therapists used to get and inserting a new middleman that likes to accept less pay from payers in order to try to en masse collect a whole bunch of people by volume. And it's got a bad name, and that's why therapists don't want to work with them. Okay? It gives a bad taste in everybody's mouth who works in my field, and nobody wants to work for them, and so they're hiding behind Guideline Healthcare and saying you could make up to this much money. By the way, just going off that math problem that I just told you guys, 40 client-facing hours a week, like that's a 40-hour work week. Most therapists that work private practice think seeing 20 clients a week FaceTime, and then 20 hours of paperwork and whatnot. That's a full work week, right? So right away they've doubled what a normal caseload looks like, and wow. And they're going with the top pay that they could possibly get for you as part of their way of getting to this number of up to $135,000 a year. That would be best case scenario, and you're working your ass off, because for that 40 hours of client facing time with 40 clients, you're also putting in an extra amount of time for paperwork, however much you feel you need to do as a professional, 1-to-1 ratio of client-facing time versus paperwork being a really, really good therapist who's putting in that extra effort to do the documentation and, you know, do the outreaches and whatnot, and do the things that are appropriate as a clinician. And, you know, the BetterHelp clinicians, I suppose they're only doing like a 30 to 45 minute session with people, using the rest of that hour as the paperwork and, you know, grinding meat as far as, you know, what stands in as actual good health care for people's mental health problems. I'm just saying, if anyone was wondering who Guideline Healthcare is, they're just a pipeline right now for BetterHelp. That's it. They're BetterHelp masquerading as another company on Indeed, trying to get people to look at this position when they normally would never look at BetterHelp, because BetterHelp has a bad name in my industry for lots of reasons, and they're trying to get around that. And yeah, they got me by hiding their name behind another company's name. They got me. They got 5 minutes of my time, and I'm not happy about it. So I made this video just to let everyone know, Guideline Healthcare, they're not actually a real healthcare company. They're just a staffing agency that tries to get leads for BetterHelp.